Max, after the weekend and after reviewing film from your second game and coupling that with what happened against Sam Houston, what do you feel like BYU has done to get better in 2 weeks of games to prepare for Arkansas?
Yeah, obviously these first 2 weeks are a good gauge to see, what we can do well, what we can do, what we can improve on. I think, coming off of game one, we definitely made improvements, especially as a whole team, special teams, offense, defense. I think we looked more like a full team effort. But yeah, I think those first 2 weeks were good weeks to get that gauge, and then going into Arkansas, starting these bigger games per se. I think we know what we got on our plate. We know what we got to work on, where we need to improve. So I think, yeah, we're on the right track at this point. So.
At this point, what would you say is like the number one thing you're hoping to improve upon and see improvements on against Arkansas?
I think, defensively, one of our goals is to get a certain amount of sacks and turnovers combined a game, and we've come up a little short in the first two games of that, and so I think the defense is really grinding this week to, reach that goal, get more pressure on the quarterback, get more takeaways. Obviously, we've had some takeaways this year. We've had a good amount of interceptions so far. But I think just building upon that, getting to the quarterback, we're facing a really good quarterback this week. So getting in his face, sacking him at times, that's going to be key in the whole game, and slowing him down, I guess. So
I don't know if you're allowed to share the number of quarterback sacks and takeaways you want, but if you can, what is that number?
I think it varies by game, but it's high. It's like 7 or 8. Okay. So yeah, we have high expectations for ourselves, and we know we can go out and do that thing, these things. I think it's just a matter of executing and putting things together. So
you already mentioned the athletic, big, physical quarterback that Arkansas has in KJ Jefferson. You played against him last year as a team, and Arkansas scored 52 points. So how much does that weigh in the back of your mind, thinking about what the Razorbacks did at LaVell Edwards Stadium as you now head to their place?
Yeah, I mean, at least the guys who were on the defense and on the team last year, we all have that in the back of our heads. We got that little chip on our shoulder. We want to go out and prove that we can take it to these guys. We feel like we maybe got a little bit embarrassed last year. So I think, yeah, we have something to prove this year coming in, and we think we have the pieces necessary to do it. So.
How different is the scheme? I know it's only been 2 games, but how different is the scheme that you're running right now compared to the defense you ran out against Arkansas last year?
Yeah, it's a lot different. I think a lot of it is just different disciplinary pieces to it. Everyone's more in tune with each other's assignments, and I think that alone has helped us these first 2 games. And so I think that's another thing we're just gonna keep riding on. Just trusting the guy to the side of us, that he's gonna do his job, and that we're gonna take the plays that are gonna come to us.
So based on multiple conversations I've had with your teammates and the coaching staff, giving up 16 to Southern Utah, on paper, I mean, for most of us, that's pretty good. But it felt like you were a little disappointed with that number. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think anytime you're playing an FCS school, or just anybody in general, especially when you go out and shut out the team the week earlier, I think you got high expectations, and I think we wanted to hold them to less points. But like you said, yeah, 16 points isn't that bad. There were definitely certain plays that they gashed us a little bit more than they should have. But yeah, ultimately we saw what we can improve on, and we're going to do that this week. So.
How's your relationship and working in the linebacker core with a new face in AJ Vongpachan and an old buddy in Ben Bywater?
No, yeah, it's been great. AJ's came in, and he's a dog. He works harder than anybody. So I think having him as another leader on the defense, another leader in the backer room, it's been huge for everybody around us. The younger guys especially, having another face to look up to, someone that practices hard. Yeah, and then obviously you got Ben, who's been in the program with us for a while. So I think, yeah, playing around those guys has been great. Just need to put it all together now. So.
Well, speaking of putting it all together, how do you, or let me ask you this, how has the preparation been modified for this version of the Arkansas offense? Meaning, what are they going to do that's maybe the same and a little bit different than what they did last year?
You know, it's hard to say at this point. A lot of their guys are similar. You know, their quarterback, like you mentioned earlier, he's a big freak athlete. He's going to run the ball if they need to. If they need to get a first down, he's going to come in and get that. But I mean, it's hard to say what they're going to do too differently. You know, they got a new offensive coordinator, so that definitely has, you know, a lot to play into it. But I think, you know, they got a lot of the same pieces, and I think we're going to see a lot of similar stuff going into it. But
and how do you adequately prepare for a stadium like that? I know you've played there, but some of these guys haven't been to an SEC stadium like this, where it's going to be loud and it's definitely going to be hostile. So how do you prepare, and how do you get other guys that haven't been there to get ready for this?
Yeah, I mean, I think it takes the guys, you know, the veteran guys, the older guys that have played in those stadiums to get the other guys ready. You know, they're obviously not going to know what to expect until they get there. But I think, you know, taking each game as, you know, the same mindset, the same challenge, that we're just going to take it regardless. Take it to them regardless of who's in the crowd, you know, however many BYU fans show up. I think it's just something we always got that focus and that goal to just do our thing and do what we know how to do. So.
All right, we'll finish with this quick hitter, and this is based on some previous interviews I've done this week, and even going back to the last week's game. Isaac Rex mentioned the chemistry that he has formed with Keaton Slovis because of karaoke has helped their relationship on the field. I asked Tyler Batty, hey, if you're going to do karaoke with one guy, who is it? And he's like, probably Caden Haas, because we're going to Arkansas. Who are you picking to go out and perform karaoke with on the team?
Who am I picking? I'll probably pick Fisher Jackson. You know, we got similar music taste. I think we've just been really good buddies, you know, for a long time. So I think we probably have some good chemistry. We're roommates in the locker room or in the hotel for away games and home games. So I think, yeah, we probably bust some good jams out.
Nice. What's the go-to song, man?
Shoot, me and him. Well, we both like Trippie Redd a lot. I don't know, not really BYU appropriate, you know, but I personally like the Lumineers, so anything by the Lumineers. Yeah.
All right, longtime Lumineers fan, Max Tooley, with us on BYU Sports Station. Hey, let's give you some karma for the game against Arkansas. We appreciate the time, good man.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.